Hello everyone, I'm Jordan Armstrong and I'm honored to be here today as Ian's best man. I'm not sure if he picked me or if I was defaulted into this position, as I'm the only one of his friends who can read and write. That being said, bear with me. My last speech was in grade 8, that was 11 years ago. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight to share Ian and Krista's special day. I really didn't think a tent would hold this many people. I'd like to thank the groom's parents, Ken and Lori Sanders, for letting us use their turkey barn to host an epic sag and dough. And I'd like to thank the bride's parents, Fred and Marlene Boer, for hosting this amazing group here tonight at their home. To the bridesmaids, y'all look gorgeous, and look forward to making y'all dance with me later tonight. The bride, Krista, you look absolutely stunning. Ian is one lucky man. Groomsmen, you guys don't look too bad yourselves. I'm glad Krista specified to the tailor that we are not allowed to change our suits. Their dam would likely have us all looking like Austin Powers. Ian. Remember when you were younger and we used to tease Ken for being bald? How times have changed. Looks like you don't need a flow of hair or a mouthful of teeth to get married to a husband, or, sorry, wife. As amazing as the wife you got hitched to tonight. I prepared for this speech like I prepare for everything. I Googled it. I couldn't help but notice that all the websites that popped up said in capital letters, "Do not mention any past girlfriends." Well, that's too bad, because that's exactly where the story of me and Ian begin. You see, in public school, Ian went to Wofford and I went to Alliston. I didn't grow up playing sports with him, and we weren't even the same age. I met Ian 10 years ago when he started dating my sister. At first when I met him, I thought, what the hell is wrong with this guy? That was until I found out he had a license and a contour car, and somehow this 16-year-old who would grow a beard had the entire Three Maple staff convinced he was 19. Let's just say he quickly became very popular among our group of friends in Alliston. Our beer runs started turning into crop tours, and long story short, Ian was down a girlfriend and gained a new best friend. Ken and Lori's house quickly became my weekend home. They always had a spot for me in the basement. They just didn't know I was there until I joined in for breakfast. I'll never forget the time I thought I'd snuggle into Ken and Lori's bed. I learned two things that night. Number one being that Lori screams really loud. And number two, Ken and Lori sleep naked. Since the day I met Ken to this very night, he's always referred to me as dumbass. I think it's because of stories like the time Ian had the incident with his 93 blue single cab pickup that didn't make it quite all the way to my house. Now, Ian asked I didn't. Sorry. Ian told me point blank I wasn't allowed to mention the 6 vehicles. Yes, 6, Dennis, there wasn't 4. The 6 vehicles he's destroyed over the years, so I won't go into any details. Anyways, Ian being the always positive person, he didn't sweat it at all. He was simply going to go buff it out at Uncle Steve's, and no one would ever know. It wasn't 3 hours later I got a call from Ian, and this is how the call went. Ian, what's up? Oh, not too much. Everything okay with the truck? No it didn't. Dad's pretty mad. You still come home loading turkeys at 7? No. My dad said I'm not allowed to hang out with you anymore. He says you're a bad influence. So the moral to that story is, Steve's farm isn't a body shop, and boy am I glad Ian doesn't always listen to his parents. We had a lot of funny stories, but I better speed things up to where Krista came on scene. I have no idea when or where they first met. Everything seems to end up being a blur when our group of friends gets together. So I'll share the story when I realized she was going to be the one for Ian. Once upon a time, Ian went to Richtown College all the way until Christmas. He made another group of friends, and every now and then, they went to pub nights in Guelph. I couldn't help but notice that these pub nights in Guelph started to occur more and more frequently. Then I heard through the grapevine there was actually this girl he was seeing. Having a history of destroying Ian's relationships, I wasn't surprised he had been keeping the secret from me. Well, I finally got my invite to Krista's in the beer tent in Woodstock. I'm pretty sure she didn't know I was going to be tagging along. I'll admit I wasn't looking forward to sit around watching, being all googly-eyed, trying to impress this girl, but I knew I had to make an effort to be friends with her. When we got there, I knew there wasn't going to be any sitting around because Krista immediately took a black marker, wrote her address across our forearms in case we got lost through the night. And yes, I double-checked I had the same address as Ian. Then Guelph happened. This girl knew how to party. I won't forget walking up to join in on a conversation they were having at the bar, and I heard Ian talking about pigs. Now, anyone here who's ever drank with Stu knows that drunk pig talk goes on for hours. Apparently, she thought this was interesting, and I thought, oh my god, there's 2 of them.
Keep going.
Hello? All right, where I leave off. Yeah, Ian's drunk pig talk. Yeah. I can't remember seeing Ian any happier. Krista, you continue to put that same smile on his face every day.
Oh my god.
Krista, you continue to put that same smile on his face every day, and I can truly say that you're the best thing that ever happened to him. Ian, you have a different meaning to each person here tonight. You're a son, a grandson, a cousin, a nephew, an uncle. You're Stu. You're somehow a boss. You're a miracle child. You're a friend, a role model, and now you're a husband. But to me, you're my best friend. and I hope you'll stand up with me next year as my best man. Please raise your glass to propose a toast to Mr. or Mrs. Sanders. I wish you high yields and full litters, but above all, happiness. Cheers.